Robin.
Yeah, see, their service just sucks a dick.
Oh, now, come on. We work here. There's no way you should be saying that about... the photo service.
Yeah, wow. What service was this?
Which photo thing are you using? It's the photo service you use for Twitter. You have quite the selection, and some of them really suck the high hard one, as it were. The one service I was using switched over to Lockers, Lockerz. Yeah.
I'm putting them on notice.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
I'm dropping them, and I strongly suggest a lot of our listeners drop them. Because I was just quickly going to show you a picture of a nice toilet nest.
Yes, I saw that, by the way.
Oh, you saw it yesterday?
Yeah, toilet nest.
And there's a huge ad for the Green Hornet covering the picture.
Yeah, what?
It was bad enough when you get a little advertising in the corner here and there.
Yeah.
Now it's to the point. Do they really think this shit's going to fly with people in the year 2011?
They're just
Everyone's going to get the fuck away from Lockers if this is what you're going to do.
Unless it all gets pop-ups on it, like every single one of the photo servers. And then we're just screwed.
Well, of course.
And eventually that will happen because,
and why are they
Seward
advertising
videos.
the Green Hornet? The movie's doing
wait a
that
minute.
badly?
When did that come out? Oh, maybe on DVD now?
Is that what that?
Yeah, it's probably on the
So then I have to
on
skip
the DVD.
Then I have to skip the ad. Then you finally see the toilet nest that
yeah, that's disgusting.
By the way, people wondering, it was in a Target. Yes, I was in a Target yesterday.
You had to take a shit in a Target?
I didn't do that.
Literally? No, I didn't think you did that.
All right.
But you had to take a shit in a Target, though?
Yeah. The bathroom was actually really clean, except for this one stall. That's what was so bizarre.
That's a wreck.
Like people are just piling up toilet paper on top of other people's toilet paper, making this massive toilet paper nest.
Is that what that is,
massive.
though? Because,
dude, my picture doesn't do it justice because the toilet paper, blends in with the toilet seat because it's all white. The back here. That's 6 inches high. I'm not even joking.
But now, if you were
6 inches of toilet paper in the back.
But if you're so afraid of the germs and everything that you put the toilet paper on there so your ass doesn't hit the seat, wouldn't you be afraid of the toilet paper?
That's what I'm saying.
That's there from someone else?
That's what I'm saying. Then they're adding toilet paper on top of the toilet paper.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you kick it into the toilet, flush it, and start anew?
That's why I took this picture. This is bizarre. I mean,
makes no sense.
We've all seen, toilet nests in our lifetime, but this one was, I'm calling it the greatest one ever. And I guess that's why Lockers has to fucking, have a Green Hornet ad over my picture.
How these germy people, leave something like that? They're so... Why would you leave it like that if you're so germy?
I don't know. And what's really strange, there were 3 stalls, right?
Yeah.
The other 2 stalls were pristine. I'm going to use the word pristine today.
Pristine.
Really nice.
So that's the
so why
disgusting stall.
Why did someone insist they got to keep piling toilet paper up on the nest and use this stall instead of the other 2 that were fine? Plus the fact that there was no one really in Target to begin with yesterday.
Did they leave a log in there too?
Yeah.
It's
a lot of people thought that was my log.
That is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, I guess when you blow up the picture, you can see that the back of the toilet seat is pretty damn high with toilet paper.
Dude,
this is bizarre.
I honestly have to believe that's one crazy person.
You think?
Yeah, I have to.
It's got to be OCD, right?
One crazy person just going nuts with a shitload of toilet paper.
We live among animals.
That's crazy. That is like something you'd come by in the forest.
Right. Yeah.
Just, look, we've tracked down where he shits.
But, yeah, I didn't know you saw the picture, so I was popping it up. And then this Lockers, I forgot what it was, because I don't pay attention to these picture sites.
Yeah.
But they switched over.
Lockers was Plixie.
Plixie, okay. Well, Lockers sucks a fucking dick, and I'm moving on, and I really hope a lot of the listeners move on. And then if we go to Y-Frog or fucking Moby or something else, and they start this shit, then we'll go move on again.
Yeah.
Because you can't have a full ad over your pictures like that. It was, like I said, it was bad enough when they were kind of in the corner and stuff, but you could deal with that.
Yeah, now you can't even see any of the picture until you click through their ad.
Right.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, I knew. I just knew that it was too good to be true with this Twitter and MySpace fucked it all up, right?
Yeah, once they find a way to monetize it.
So they'll fuck up
done.
Facebook, they'll fuck up Twitter.
But the good thing is, new shit comes along.
I'm hoping.
Like, once people get pissed off at the way things work, like fucking, all the ads and spam and bullshit.
Can we all
move on?
Can we all take dumps in one toilet today, and then that's gonna be my last picture that appears on Lockers? I'm gonna go. This is what I think of your shitty service. Click here. Can we do that, Danny? Can we put yellow tape up around one fucking stall?
Just shit in here.
We all want to shit in one toilet bowl, and that's gonna be my last picture on Lockers.
I took mine in the hotel room, so I'm empty.
You're good.
I'm all empty.
Do you wake up and shit?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's weird. It's either right before or right after the show. But after the show, I have to go home. So after I get home.
You don't like shitting in public?
No, it's not one of those phobias,
I don't blame you
though.
after you see this.
I know. Yeah.
A lot of people thought this was in Sirius.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I've seen Sirius bathroom.
We get toilet nests in Sirius, but nothing like this. In Sirius, we have the pleasure of working with animals that like to fucking pee all over the seat and on the walls at times and on the floor.
Yeah.
This is the fucking animals that work among us here.
I don't understand
and this is,
the disgust.
This is a pretty nice corporate environment. We have our issues, obviously, but in general, it's a nice place to work. You don't expect urine on your fucking toilet seat.
Shit left in the toilet. I don't understand. There's not a public toilet around that you can't flush with your foot. Mm-hmm. So if you have this phobia of touching the flush knob, which obviously, you don't want to touch that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Use your foot, smash that thing, and go down. Who fucking takes a shit, wipes, then gets up and leaves?
Right.
And just fucking leaves it there. I can't fathom that.
And just so you know, because people will beat me up, I'm the type of guy, when I was taking the Long Island Railroad, right into one of those bathrooms without toilet paper. I would sit my ass right the fuck down.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the graffiti-ridden fucking toilet seat. So I'm not shy when it comes to fucking germs, trust me. But when it gets to this point, and actual urine and feces that is outside the toilet bowl, who are these people we work with?
Fucking flush. Even if the nest is left there, it's like, all right, there's a shitload of toilet paper, you fucking freak.
Yeah.
But, to just leave your dump in the bowl.
How about just sit on the toilet bowl? What's wrong?
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. I don't make the nest.
I don't like to just sit down. I can't just rush in and sit down because that's look, people piss all over the seat. I know. And
I know, you gotta
look. I
look.
don't feel like sitting on someone else's piss.
Exactly.
So I'll wipe the seat down.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the extent of my cleanliness in the bathroom.
I said, man, I've sat on graffiti fucking toilet seats, no problem.
Whatever.
No fucking problem. Because when you pull that toilet cover down and then you put it down, you feel like, no offense to the women out there, but you feel like a broad.
Like a bitch.
Yeah, you just
like
feel
you're sitting on some kind of maxi pad.
I've never even pretended that I was going to use one of those things.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I might have taken one out of its little cardboard holder is to blow my nose because I know it's funny or whatever. I don't know, but I've never for once considered using that.
And the center is removed and it falls into the water.
There's a whole gimmick. Yeah,
it falls into the water, but it's hanging there, and then. Let's get really gross. The dump begins, and you hear your dump hitting the tissue paper. Yeah. You feel like such a bitch. Like a bitch.
That's supposed to automatically suck it down when you flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't even know.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to rip it off or something.
No, it's supposed to dangle into the toilet water a little bit so that when you're done and you flush, the water grabs it and pulls it right off of the fucking thing. So you don't end up with a giant nest of those fucking things.
It's an engineering marvel.
Oh, who thought of that? It's like, we can't have this thing
because
there'll be 20 of them just sitting on a toilet seat. What do we do?
How it's made.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can go back to the picture now. Picture now without
an ad?
Did I deal with their stupid pop-up ad?
You would think if you dealt with it once.
They fucked with the wrong person, man. We have influence here, and I'm highly recommending that we find another picture service.
Yeah. Well, you know what I got to tell you though, I clicked through twice already, on a actual PC web browser, and I'm not getting any ads.
Well, on the fucking iPad, the Green Hornet ad popped up.
Oh shit! Is it an iPad issue?
I don't fucking know. No, it happens on phones too. So maybe not on the PC. I don't know. I don't think it happens as much on my MacBook.
Damn.
So whatever.
That's fucking disgusting. And I was saying earlier, I'm not a germaphobe where I won't take a dump in a public toilet. I've left plenty of logs in public toilets, but I'm just more comfy at home.
Yeah.
You know, especially
especially
if you're going to have one where you got to take a little time. You're going to be sitting there a little while, scrolling through some tweets, things like that.
And
I like being home. Yeah.
In the comfort of your home.
Oh, it's so nice.
Let's say hi to Steve in New Hampshire. Steve.
Yes. Oh, wait.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
One of the things that fucking sucks about lockers is that you can't save the image onto your phone, at least not on the Android. But if you do download it, when you try to open it, it thinks that it's a fucking Atari game.
Well, all right. So we're done. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
What do you use? Wi-Frog?
I don't even know, to tell you the truth. I switch it up every so often, but I think I am Wi-Frog, yeah.
I think you're Wi-Frog. I'm going Wi-Frog or Moby. Fuck lockers. Fuck their assholes.
Where do they come up with these names?
Yeah,
What's a Wi-Frog?
Plixie sells their service to these fucking cunts.
They made their money.
I'm fucking frustrated.
On your
with
aggravation, they're making their money.
Yeah, but you could collect points, and that could blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Your ad is covering up the picture.
I want to look at a fucking picture, not play a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Figure out a fucking gimmick.
Rich in New Hampshire. Rich.
Hey there, Rich.
Guys.
Hey, man.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey, now, when you take a large deuce, okay, it's like a sense of pride and accomplishment.
We
want it to stay there for as long as it possibly can.
So you're saying when people leave it in the bowl and you walk in there and there's a big turd in the toilet, it's because he's so proud of it.
No, it's an animal marking their territory.
Is that it? Yeah.
Yes, because we all have cell phones. So, when you do get a good one, of course we take a picture of it, and of course we have to share among our friends.
But that is a sign of aggression, leaving your shit. It is some kind of a weird serial killer thing, like where they pose the victim. They pose their fucking shit. They're posing the victim for shock value. For the person that finds it.
Nice.
It's like CSI.
Let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Yeah, Mike.
Hey, guys, what's going on? You know what's disgusting also is when you go take a piss and there's a fucking shitload of boogers on the wall. Or
God.
There's just boogers everywhere.
We get the boogers on the wall here, too.
Ugh.
We do get the boogers on the wall.
And here's the irony of that whole thing. There's toilet paper right the fuck there. Mm-hmm. It's right next to you when you're on the bowl. There's no reason to swipe it on the wall of the stall.
Look.
And if you're at the urinal, there's toilet paper right behind you in the stalls. So grab a fucking handful of that and wipe your snot in it.
Or just flick it into the fucking urinal.
Yeah.
Or in the urinal. There you go. If you want to,
They'll melt.
They'll melt,
Eventually.
whatever they do. They'll hang in on the fucking little mint on the bottom of the urinal.
and once again, man, just so you know the type of guy I am, when I used to do spring break, the Elbow Room down there in Fort Lauderdale, that I went down there once, and the lights were out in the men's room.
Oh, sexy.
and there was a line. It didn't stop anybody. And you walk in, and the floor was really wet.
Oh,
and because it's spring break, we're all just wearing whatever, fucking flip-flops and shit. And you feel the moisture, and you realize the moisture is urine because no one could find where to pee.
Yeah.
Because there was like a fucking what is it called there?
A trough.
A trough.
You can't use the.
So people would just go in there, assume no one was close, and just start peeing on the floor.
And you can't use the sonar that you use in the toilet water.
Yeah.
When you could hear it.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, I'm on target. Doesn't it scare you when you're using the sonar to take a leak in the dark, and you hear it, and then you start hearing nothing slowly, and you're like, which way am I turning?
Yeah.
Which way do I go?
Do I go south or north?
I don't know which way to go to get the sound back.
So I'm not shy, but when you see someone else's booger in front of you as you take a leak, fucking gross.
It's just disgust, and that's probably another reason. Again, not for the germ's sake, but just the disgust sake. It's nicer to go at home.
This guy carries a bottle of Clorox with him to clean the seat before he shits.
That's
all
crazy.
right, Jeremy. This is
you don't need that. Jeremy shitting.
Are you just trying to get on the air today, Jeremy?
No, I'm dead serious.
Because your sports teams suck.
I have a phobia with public bathrooms, so I carry a bottle of Clorox bleach in a spray bottle and some wipes, and boom, I can take a shit wherever I want.
Where do you carry that? In your man purse? Where do you fucking carry?
Exactly.
I have a gigantic knapsack that I carry around.
Oh, you take naps?
No,
It's called
I
a
don't
backpack.
take naps.
It's called a
Another
backpack.
good thing to do with the bleach, you
A
want
knapsack.
To spray those bikers with
A
that
knapsack.
spandex.
My knapsack.
We don't.
You know that spandex that them bikers wear that ride the 10 speeds?
Oh, yeah.
If
Hot.
you spray them with that bleach, it will disintegrate whatever that is off of them.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Clorox.
I don't know about that. That's getting carried away.
Wife went to the. This is nice. Look at this, Mike and Howard Beach. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Hello.
Listen, my wife works in a school. She's a teacher, and she went to the women's bathroom and teaches in a lounge. And the last person that used the bowl in there, they left a log in the bowl, and the best thing was there was no toilet paper in it.
Yeah, but maybe they used the rest of the toilet. Oh, I see what you're saying, because the toilet paper would be in the bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's just fucking slob there.
Someone's walking around with swamp ass.
Oh, God.
Even though the phones are lit, this is the last call we're going to take because I don't think anyone's going to beat this today. Tom in New Hampshire, go ahead, Tom.
Morning, boys.
Morning, Tom.
Hey, I used to work in a place up in New Hampshire right down the street from the state prison. So they hired all the halfway house folk, pay them $3 an hour to come in and do the, menial labor.
Yeah.
They used to go in the men's room, take a shit, dip their finger in it, and write graffiti on the wall in human shit.
I completely buy this.
That sounds like something prison.
I believe this one.
You could actually see the little trails of, the pads of the fingerprint in the shit. I used to go next door when I had to use the bathroom and use the bathroom next door.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I've shit in some places, the famous beach shit and all
That's
that, but
disgusting.
That's just
Dip
way
your
too
finger
much.
in it and just start fucking
Way too much.
working your art.
Yeah.
Work your art.
We don't have to continue with this, especially after that phone call.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
And the other thing I was showing Ed just before the show, and I'm bringing this up because I think all of us can relate to this. We all have older family members that have discovered the internet.
Yes.
They have discovered the internet, everyone. How long have we been using the internet?
Oh, my God, since...
I started at BAB. That goes back to... I'm answering the question I asked you. I'm sorry. How long? You go way back, actually.
Way back to, 300 baud modem. So I'm talking like the late 80s, I guess.
Late 80s, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so, we've been doing the internet more or less 20 years, right?
Yeah.
That's about right? Some maybe
longer.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
By 15 years ago, most people were starting to, look at this internet thing. But we have older fucking family members that have discovered recently the internet. So they're sending shit that we all sent 10 years ago.
Oh my God. They're just discovering this
all those
stuff.
Cute jokes and why chocolate is better than fucking men or whatever the fuck that one is.
It's what used to be sent around on mimeographs.
Right.
And Xeroxed. They used to Xerox these comical things and pass them around the office, and you'd pin them up in your little cubicle.
Yeah.
And now they get to pass them around with the phones and computers.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I have an uncle that is
always an uncle, by the way. God.
Really?
Oh yeah.
He's a hardcore Republican. Mm-hmm. So he likes to send chain emails to the entire family about how bad Obama is.
Right.
And I want to write the fucking guy and go, look, idiot. We have a huge family. I don't even know how many cousins I have on one side. It's got to be, if I had to guess, at least 30.
Yeah.
And we have a huge fucking family. And this guy, I guess, is just assuming that everyone's a Republican and hates Obama in our family.
Yeah.
The odds are that's not possible. But he just assumes you're a Hughes, you got to be a Republican, you got to hate Obama.
It's usually the Republicans and conservatives that send those things around.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I very rarely see them from liberals, which I don't know. It might be a good tactic. Most of them that I've read from my uncle and other sources are fake. Like, you read them, and believe me, I'm no fan of Obama. I don't think I really have to tell the audience that. But when you get one of those things, it's like, in 1998, Obama vowed to kill every white baby born. Here's the proof. And I'm like, I look on Snopes, and it's like, well, it says here he never vowed that.
You were hoping it was true, weren't you?
I was hoping it was true, but you find out he never vowed that. And you look at it, and then you try to send a thing back to everybody and go, look, I checked Snopes, here's the link, and you never hear about it again until the next one comes that again is equally as false.
Sure. And you know, safe to say I'm not a Republican. My dad was a big-time Republican. I think most of my brothers are Republicans. I'm really just kind of in the middle. If I had to say, I'd probably lean more Democrat if you really give a fuck about. But I don't care enough to really like fight on either side. But anyway, he sends this shit, assuming we're all Republicans to begin with, which is horseshit. And you want me to read the one he sent today before I get to the other one? He sent two. I don't want to
do today. Boy, he is enjoying this, isn't he?
And it's one of those chain emails that go on forever where you don't even know what it's about yet because of all the forwards and the CCs. And then you think, okay, it'll finally start here, and nope, it's a whole bunch of other forwards and CCs because it came from somewhere else, and you will eventually get to what the fuck this thing's about. And then you think it's a tiny little thing, and you get to the bottom of that, and then what is this thing called on the right? It goes back up to the top, meaning there's more shit to read.
More shit to read.
That's the more shit to read thingy on your fucking phone.
Another thing I don't like about that is you look at all the people that this is forwarded to and came from, and now they have your email address.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
You get a whole fucking page of people it went to and came from, and now they're like, oh, wait, look, I got Opie's email address.
I don't really have an email address.
I don't even know these people.
And my voicemail's not set up.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm becoming really
You're
strange.
off the grid? You want to get off the grid?
I mean, as much as I tweet and all that, like, you really can't get a hold of me.
Yeah.
I have a corporate email I don't even check anymore.
No, I wouldn't
use that. I moved on to my Atrix.
I've never used the corporate email.
I kind of take a peek at it every morning, make sure the company didn't blow up. And I guess family members try to use that, but I don't really read all my emails anymore. And people are really frustrated because I haven't set up the voicemail on my new phone. So it just rings. And then I get to see who called me. And they don't get to leave messages. They
don't get to leave messages.
It's fucking perfect. So anyway, this is one that came in from an older family member. Did you see the Diane Sawyer special report? They remove all items from a typical middle-class family's home that were not made in the USA. There was hardly anything left besides the kitchen sink, literally. During the special, they're going to show truckloads of items USA made being brought in to replace everything, and we'll be talking about how to find these items and the difference in price, etc. And then it just goes on and on and on and on.
It's pages.
And on. Look at this. And on and on. It would. Oh
my God.
It would take me 20 minutes to read this. And on. Plastic eggs to celebrate Easter.
Made in China.
Yeah, because they're made in China, so you better not get the plastic eggs. And then you think you're at the bottom, and look, the cursor goes back up. Whoop.
More.
And then it says, pass it on, America.
Pass it on, America.
Pass it on, America.
There are certain...
Send this to everybody you know. Now, the only reason I bring this up, this is shit that we all dealt with when we first got into the internet. My point is that the old people are way the fuck behind and still sending this shit out to everybody.
There are certain themes with these things, too. There's that one, like the Buy American thing. Then you ever see the one where it's like, last year, a young Iraqi boy walked up to a soldier and asked, "Why are you here?" The soldier said, and it's this soliloquy of this soldier speaking so eloquently to this young Iraqi boy and telling him and convincing him why he's there. And then you realize it's just a made-up fucking story.
Of course.
And who doesn't know it's not fucking made up? Someone was standing there transcribing this spontaneous conversation between a soldier and a young Iraqi boy.
Of course.
And then it finally makes its way to me and 20 other schleps on fucking line.
So
Stop.
I do want to read the next paragraph. It was interesting that Diane said that if every American spent just $64 more than normal on USA-made items this year, it would create something like 200,000 new jobs.
Now hold the phone. Literally.
That sounds great, obviously.
You're holding the phone.
I am holding the phone.
All right. What's that stat now? If you spend an extra
$64
a year.
But obviously, see, you taught me about stats. That means every American has to do that.
Right.
And then you get to 200,000 new jobs. First of all, you would be lucky if 1% of the people do that.
Yeah.
After a huge campaign.
Right.
So then it's 1% of 200,000, which would be what, 2,000, I guess? So 2,000 jobs.
And what kind of job are you getting for $69? If the same amount of people spend that much in a year, Doesn't it only figure that that's going to be the only amount of money that goes toward the job? So
it sounds great, but it has to be every American, and then you get the 200,000 new jobs. Do the math. That's impossible.
It's impossible. You're never getting everybody.
But then my older relative has to pipe in. He goes, I was buying food the other day at Walmart, and on the label of some products it said, from China. For example, the Our Family brand of Mandarin oranges says right on the can, from China.
Well, Mandarin.
China. my relative is Andy Rooney. I was shocked. So for a few more cents, I bought the Liberty Gold brand.
Do you think that much when you're buying anything?
Or the Dole, since it's from California.
According to that math, each job created pays $98,000 a year.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're talking $64 times the population of the United States, which is 307 million people,
right?
And then you divide that by 200,000 jobs, and each job, so that's the pay. So that's 98,000. That's a great job.
That's a good job right there.
I'll take that. Give me.
But somehow the companies and the government are taking their fucking taste.
Come on, guys, buy those oranges made in America.
Right. I was shocked. So yeah, he bought the California brand, and then it goes back into the Diane Sawyer thing.
Oh, God.
Are we Americans as dumb as we appear, or is it that we just do not think while the Chinese knowingly and intentionally export inferior and even toxic products?
They do.
And dangerous toys and goods to be sold in American markets. Look, man, when you go to the supermarket and you see Mandarin oranges that are cheaper, that's all you give a fuck about, because we're all trying to save a little money.
It's just
sorry, but that's why that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? It's going to be a revolution for people to start paying more money for Mandarin oranges just to try to do the right thing.
I'm looking at one right now.
You got one from an older relative?
Oh, yeah. I got one.
I would love to call this guy out because
he's got a download.
This guy loves sending these around to the entire family.
I've got so many of these. What's going on? Let's see. Announcing legislation to crack down. Here's an Obama one. These are pages and pages. What's this one? The fence. I guess that's about immigration. And here's everybody that's forward. And then here's my. See, I got the same thing. Look at this. Look at this.
That's why I wanted to finally bring this up.
I'm going through it, and then it's like, you can't get any more accurate than this. Which side of the fence? If you've ever wondered which side of the fence you sit on, this is a great test. If a Republican doesn't like guns, he doesn't buy one. If a Democrat doesn't like guns, he wants all guns outlawed. If a Republican is a vegetarian, he doesn't eat meat. If a Democrat's a vegetarian, he wants all meat products banned. And then look, it just, with that theme, it goes on and on.
Is that more examples?
And then, well, I forwarded it. How about you?
Oh, God.
Yeah. If the Republican reads this, he'll forward it to his good friends so they can have a laugh. A Democrat will delete it because he's offended. Well, I forwarded it. That's what it says.
Good for you.
It's like I think we all get those.
Well, I got another one.
I got another one.
And look at all the forwards. I don't even know half these fucking people.
You don't
recognize some relatives. And then who are these people? Look at all these fucking forwards. And then it gets to a little gasoline humor.
You know something that's topical?
Yes.
Everyone's talking about the price of gas, so you got to give them that.
Well, you got the fuel gauge, right, in this cartoon. A little gas humor for everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks to one of my older relatives. This is how I need to start my day. And you know how the fuel tank, goes from full to empty. Well, this one goes from $45, which is full, down to $0 when it's empty, and it just shows you how much money you're losing
as you're driving.
Right.
Instead of full and empty, half a tank, it shows you dollar value.
The next one I don't feel like reading. Sorry. Because the print is tiny on my fucking phone. It's a 3-panel cartoon. How the fuck are you supposed to read that on a
3-panel
smartphone? And then the next one, I could do this one. Police artist sketch of robbery suspect. Would you like to see who he looks like?
Well, let me see.
It's a gas pump. It's a gas pump.
It's robbing you.
Because we're getting robbed, and that's the robbery suspect.
He had to send that out to everybody, I guess.
Watch out.
That's it. He's quite the card.
On this one, I can't fucking read.
Your uncle's quite the caution.
Oh, and then this one is just a cartoon of a gas pump once again, and the sign on it says, "Spend your tax refund here."
Ah, see, you're not winning.
Gas humor, everyone.
Gas and tax humor, and it's all in one.
And then you got a tow truck with the tow truck guy, a little confused, befuddled, I dare say.
Oh, befuddled.
And there's a driver in his car. Obviously, he can't fucking drive anymore, and the tow truck's like, what the fuck? It doesn't seem like anything's wrong with the car. And then the driver has to say, oh, I'm not broken down. I just thought you'd be cheaper than buying gas.
I get it.
Oh, gas humor. And then you got the gas prices. We've all seen that as you drive up to the gas station.
Oh, on the big boards outside.
What is it, like $4.38 and 9/10, whatever the fuck it's up to now? Well, this gas station says LOL 9/10.
Oh, see?
Oh, my God, 9/10.
OMG.
And then premium, of course, is what the fuck 9/10.
WTF and then 9.
Gas humor rules.
That's great.
And then you got a young couple. You know how they get registered when they're getting married?
Uh-huh.
Well, this couple says, we're registered at Shell, Mobil, BP, and Texaco.
That's what the wedding gift should be. Gasoline.
Ugh. I'm embarrassed to say this is one of my relatives.
Picture of the year. Wait a minute. What is this one? Oh, I got to scroll. Hold on. I got to scroll through all the text
you got another one on yours?
Before I get to picture of the year.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which one is this? It's it says the new Bill of Rights, and it shows Obama with he's got a big thing of the Bill of Rights up on the wall, and he's just Xing out your rights.
Well, of course.
That's him.
Because that's what he wants to do.
Yeah. And it says, I voted for the old gray-headed white guy, and I got don't blame me. I voted for the old gray-headed white guy and the hottie from Alaska. These just keep coming in. And by the way, here's all of them that are being sent to me.
Wow.
I searched for them, and this is just one page.
Is that like an uncle or an aunt or somebody?
Yeah, uncle.
So it is someone from your family.
Oh, yeah.
That's the point I'm making, because I don't get these anymore. But because the older people, once again, the theme here, they're discovering the internet. This is what they feel like they need to do with this new power they got.
Oh, my God.
Here's two people filling up at a gas tank. And one guy is whistling a happy tune as he fills up his gas tank.
Now, why would he do that?
And the gas prices behind him say regular, lots, plus, more, super, don't ask. That's the gas prices at this gas station.
Don't even ask.
So the one guy's whistling like he don't give a fuck.
Why is that?
Because he has a tiny little smart car, a little fucking hybrid or something. And then the guy with the big fucking Anthony Cumia SUV to the right says, shut up.
Because he's mad because he's got to pay so much for gas. But, Opie, I'll trump you with this one right here.
You will?
Yeah.
Okay.
You start your day with a little smile. Here are some bumper stickers that are going around. Look at all the bumper stickers.
And I just want to make it clear, this is from a family member, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who knows that you kind of do this for a living. That at this point you should know what's funny and what's not.
Seen them all.
Okay.
Are you better off than you were $4 trillion ago? That's a good sticker. So far, this change sucks. Diversity. It killed 13 at Fort Hood. Holy shit.
Oh, boy.
That's crazy. You can't fix stupid, but you can vote it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Osama and Obama both have friends that bombed the Pentagon. I don't know.
I don't even know.
I don't get that.
You don't really?
No. Osama and Obama both have friends that bombed the Pentagon.
Does that mean Obama's a Muslim?
I guess.
Is that a Muslim joke? I don't even know what that one is.
Liberal logic. Terrorists have rights. Christians don't. Obamacare. Freedom not included. And then it's got the fucking hammer and sickle of communism next to it. Obamacare makes me sick. The real change. Vote out your congressman in 2010. Well, apparently they did. That worked.
Yes.
So, which goes to show how old this fucking thing is too.
And they're
it's not
still
even a
sending it around.
topical. Yeah.
You know, speaking of bumper stickers, I was just over the Hudson River at this Target, and
taking a shit.
Taking a shit? No, I took a shit in the other stall. Yeah. But I was driving to the Target, and I get to a light, and there was a guy in I'm trying to think what type of car. It was like a pickup with the back shit.
Like it had like a camper shell on it or something.
And he had a sticker on the back that said "Fuck France." And I pulled up to him, and yes, I had my HD flip, and I couldn't fucking push record because I'll admit to people, there are times I feel like I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me, so I don't go there.
Yeah.
And I wanted to ask the guy why fuck France, and it's killing me to this fucking moment. I didn't ask the guy.
Well, we all hate France.
To the point you drive around with a sticker that just says "fuck France."
Did it look new, or was it a sticker that probably could have been around when France was pulling those shenanigans?
You know what?
During the
very good question, and you might have just answered my fucking my thought process here because it was a little older. So I guess maybe when the whole freedom fries thing was hot, maybe
freedom fries, things like that.
Maybe that's when he got his "fuck France" sticker.
Yeah.
So it did look a little worn, but man, wow!
I have a Nixon's the one sticker on my car. Yeah, it's a little old. People get taken aback when they see that one.
I wanted to ask this guy, but he looked like he was a fucking problem, man.
It probably would. If you go around with a "fuck" anything, like just the word "fuck" on your car, you pretty much don't give a shit what people see, how they feel, offending anybody, things like that.
I was taken back.
Yeah.
And we do some edgy shit.
It is kind of odd on the roads.
It's pretty harsh.
Because you got to figure who's going to see that. Like the car full of nuns.
Right.
Cops maybe might see it and be offended and pull you over.
Right.
You don't want to put up any red flags like that. And then, people care about the children.
Right.
So they're seeing that and have to explain now what "fuck France" means.
Just fuck France.
Yeah. Kid learning to read. He's like reading the stickers.
Fuck France.
Yeah. Oh, no. Where'd you learn that? Bumper sticker.
I learned it from that car, okay? One last gas humor because it's
shit happens. How about that sticker? That's a new one.
There's your gas meter in your car, right?
Your little your little gas
gauge or whatever, and part of the gasoline humor. I can't read half of them because, like I said, the print's too small. But this one I can read.
Why don't you take your two fingers, touch the screen, and
open asshole. I can do that with this phone.
Oh.
But like I told her, no one gets to email this phone. No email on this phone.
That one's pristine.
Yes,
keep it pristine.
I keep all my stupid relatives on the phone that's not going to be around too much longer.
The shitty phone.
And it has the F for full and the E for empty.
Sure.
But then the needle is on the bottom half of the gauge.
Oh, also.
So when it says full, it shows wallet on the bottom.
Oh,
so your wallet's almost empty every time you're full.
Right.
But then when you're almost empty, that means you have money. So there's the problem.
Right.
What do you do?
What do you do? You got to fill it back up and empty your wallet.
Exactly.
It's a combo wallet gas gauge.
Exactly. So
forward that one. Come on.
You want that one?
Yeah. Forward that one. That's a good one.
We could send that one around to everybody.
Oh yeah, we should.
Oh God.
I
would love to know what the rest of my family thinks. Like I got a forum here.
My brother just blatantly writes back, "Do not send these fucking things to me. I don't give a shit. They're bullshit. Stop it. I don't care about fucking politics." Like he gets nasty with it, and then they just continue.
The stupid, I was thinking about this the other day. A lot of people think the youth of America are passing the viruses around. No, it's the old people. They're passing the computer viruses around like motherfuckers, and they're passing around the sexual fucking viruses because they've discovered Viagra and all that shit, and now they're out there divorcing their wives of 30 years and have no clue what you could get out there.
Fucking some Hua.
Right. So don't be mistaken. It's old people passing the viruses. Not the young. We know how to, make sure our computers don't have viruses.
Yeah, you don't click on that fucking thing. Old people will click on anything if it looks like something they would like.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, coupon. Hey, click on this and win a free, and it's something for old people. And they'll click on that fucking thing.
What is the EXE? Should I click on a .exe? I'll click on it. I don't even know what it means. But I have to get my jitterbug phone.
Right. And she's sucking young cock out there. That's all disease ridden.
Don't you love when you get that email, whether it's in your email or on Facebook or whatever, and it's just like, attention, if you get anything from me from this website, it's not me. I love getting
the
I just
panicked,
laugh and laugh and laugh.
Yeah, the panicked, I've been fucking hacked email.
I'm so glad I've never had to send one of those to people like, hey, sorry, everyone on my contact list, my shit got hacked.
It's not me, I got hacked and it sent out a virus. Don't open it.
I got one of those the other day. It's like, this person has tagged you in a photo on Shoppy Bag.
Shoppy Bag.
I'm like, whatever the fuck Shoppy Bag is, that's nothing I want.
I don't even want to know.
Who's clicking Shoppy Bag?
That's
Not
great.
Shoppy Bag. That sounds horrible.
That is awesome, man. So there you have it. Ryan in Jersey. Ryan.
I got a really good one for you guys that I got. Gas station, price of regular, arm. Price of super, leg.
It's costing an arm and a leg.
Die!
You get it? Have you seen the one with the gas pump and it's got the slot machine handle on the side?
Oh, that's good too.
Like, yeah, look at this. You're just going to dump money in.
But you're not gambling.
No, you never get the free gas.
No, ever.
It doesn't give you gas
That
back.
one's stupid.
I guess they're assuming that you're gambling and you always lose in the end.
Right.
So that's what's going on.
That's just dumb.
That is dumb.
It's not, I mean, there's hacky humor and then there's just dumb.
Oh, believe me, a lot of it is just dumb.
That's just dumb.
And fake quotes, fake pictures. You know what's going to spread around? They were talking about that. It's going to spread around a lot of viruses. Is that a fake Osama pictures, the Bin Laden pictures,
Of course.
And especially if they ever do release it, there's going to be so many fake ones. It's like, oh, here it is. Oh, okay, let me click on that, and then you're going to get the Osama Bin Laden virus.
Yeah, I believe we're going to see that shit.
Yeah, you think
I totally believe it.
Some politician gave a pretty graphic description of what he saw when he
didn't know,
looked at the picture.
But this came out yesterday, and I meant to ask you, but we were so busy yesterday. The guy didn't even know how a fucking how a bullet goes into a head.
Yeah.
As far as an exit wound and an entrance wound, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, he didn't know.
He didn't understand because he said he either got shot in the front of the head or the back of the head, or near the ear, I guess.
Yeah, he was like, did it go in his ear and come out his eye?
You heard that,
or
right?
in his eye and come out his ear?
It's obvious it went in his eye.
In his eye, because he said brain matter was coming out of his eye and like drooped across his head, so it looked like part of his skull was missing.
And his quote was kind of strange too, because he said something like the bullet went in and then exploded, like almost as if to insinuate that it was some weird like special Navy SEAL bullet.
Yeah,
that, like, stopped in his head and then exploded.
What, like a cartoon bullet?
Kind of. Well,
but it's just a transfer of energy, is what it is. You use a certain round, and if it goes in your eye,
right.
The shock wave and compression that's happening in your head, it's probably going to come out the weakest point, which would be the eye socket that you just put a hole in. So the brains can fly out the entrance wound.
I'm just surprised a high-ranking politician doesn't understand that shit.
They don't know anything.
They
Politicians really don't understand shit.
I agree with you.
And a lot of them, most of the work is done by pages and interns,
right,
and shit to gather information. It's like, here, I'm gonna write a bill, or I'm gonna study this bill, but I don't want to read through all these thousands of pages. You do it. And give me a synopsis of the whole thing.
I don't think...
And so they're trusting like fucking the shitheads we've had in here, the same thing with the laws.
Every time I hear about a bill or something where they have to go through like 10,000 pages in a day, and then the next day they're signing shit,
they got to sign it and vote on it.
Are you fucking do you even know what's in there?
No, and many
Please
times,
tell me.
no, they don't.
I believe that.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to fucking write that and forward it to my entire family.
But now that they're showing some high-ranking politicians, on both sides,
and they're talking about it,
and then it's going to spread from there a little bit. I think they're kind of softening the beaches, and then I think eventually we see it.
And we see it.
And it came out today that, like we said, fucking over a week ago, that all those Navy SEALs had cameras on their helmets.
Yeah,
the whole fucking thing was recorded.
Yeah, recorded with helmet cams
from But everyone involved had a camera rolling.
Yeah.
Everyone involved.
I'd love to see that.
Holy shit! So
I
would
did not love to see that shocked look on Bin Laden's face before his eyeball pops out, standing there in his underwear. Apparently, he was shot in his underwear. How he got in his underwear, I'll never know.
Yeah. But that's what I'm not suspicious about.
Not even the joke. Yeah.
Because why not show and I'm not going conspiracy here. I'm sorry. I'm not. I really believe we shot fucking Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
When they said they did, which is about 10 days ago now, or whatever it is. Why not show a quick still of him just standing there before he got killed?
Oh man. Because that's kind of ruthless.
Is that?
It'd be like, this is the last second. I think it's worse seeing him alive the second before he gets killed.
There's a good answer.
Than it would be, because then you're almost humanizing him right before he gets killed instead of just showing him dead. You know?
I think you just might answer my question.
And then there's another thing they could do. He's laying there dead. Take the graphic, gruesome part if you want, and pixelate it,
something, right?
His eyeballs, so you could recognize his mouth and beard and all that shit. And then you could squint and kind of see the pixelated.
I think the White House had every intention of releasing that photo, and then they got calmer heads and said, "Wait a minute, let's not release it. We got to figure this shit out."
Yeah,
and I think they know that they kind of have to.
Eventually, they have
to show the picture.
Well, thank God.
Because just because they say all the reasons why they didn't release a picture, that could all change. They could come up with reasons why now they have to show it.
Yeah.
So I don't buy it.
Well, thank God. The terrorists saw that we didn't release the picture and aren't doing anything bad.
Yeah, of course they.
Oh wait, they just blew up a bunch of people in Pakistan. Pakistan.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't think
I didn't buy that shit. I knew either way they were gonna, there was gonna be some repercussions. This is gonna be a lot more, by the way.
It's a recruiting tool. Well, just us going to work and fucking and having women drive and shit. That's all recruiting tools for these people. When will they get that through their fucking head? You're not going to get a sane Muslim that is going to go insane because they see that picture, or because we killed a leader in a radical Muslim operation. It's the way of life we lead.
Yeah.
It's not appreciated and liked, and we are infidels, and we must be killed no matter what, unless we assimilate to the Borg. They're going to keep trying to kill us. It doesn't matter if we put pictures out, don't put them out, kill this leader, don't kill him. They just don't like us.
I agree. And Al-Qaeda.
Pass it on.
They got to do it on American soil, though. There's an Al-Qaeda guy right there. Someone out there that's going to be considered a rock star because he's going to be the one that's
going to be the guy
that does something. Yeah, I mean, Pakistan, whatever.
Pakistan.
We don't give a fuck about them.
Al-Qaeda.
I mean, the average American doesn't. So Al-Qaeda needs to do something in America, and unfortunately, it's going to happen.
I miss Rumsfeld and Bush saying Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda?
The way they said that.
Al-Qaeda?
Al-Qaeda. Yeah.
Well, stupid Obama with Pakistan.
We barely hear Al-Qaeda out of Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda. So he says it too,
Who says it like that?
Goddamn Obama.
He says it like that?
Yeah, he's like, we have to make sure Al-Qaeda. It's very, regular guy. I like that kind of. Rumsfeld was always good. Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
He'd squint. Disgusting Al-Qaeda.
Squinty-eyed.
Oh, he's the best.
That damn lizard.
Miss that guy. Is he a lizard? Because we should send that to our family.
I feel bad for you because you were having a really good, solid political interview with the guy.
It couldn't have gone better, dude. I loved it.
Just blew up your spot.
I loved it.
And that was the way it was supposed to work. Trust me, I'm not saying it shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But people forgot that it was really having a very solid interview.
Oh, I was so psyched to talk with Rummy.
Asking the right questions.
And Louis just swooped in with his "You're a lizard."
and knocked you off the front page.
Oh, it was great. It's fantastic.
All right, we should break.
Yeah, I got to eat.
We invited Jim Jeffries back because what the fuck? He's not around often.
He's a funny guy.
He should be here in about an hour. And I think he's bringing, and then Kurt Metzger will come in because he's warming up for Jim Jeffries at Caroline's this weekend.
Yeah.
Kurt Metzger is a funny fucking dude, man.
Yeah, get him in here.
Trying to fit him in more.
Bring him over.
And then Ian Halpern's coming in.
Oh, no. You warned the audience.
And he's bringing his goddesses, who I think we really beat the shit out of last time. So now we got to see him in person.
All right, at least we get to see him now.
So this could get a little interesting later on, man.
Christ. He's bringing 2 goddesses with him?
The ones we beat the shit out of, you remember?
Oh, hell yeah.
That was a couple months ago.
Good.
So,
oh, no. Ian Halpern.
And then we'll get into some other things.
Sinus. Cheer. Oh, God.
I think we got to talk about Brock Lesnar and Tiger
that's
Woods.
fucked up, huh?
We had a good Game 7 last night. Got the Bulls moving on. Yeah, we got some shit to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But first, we got to eat.
Yeah.